again. Oh. Bet you we missed it. I shouldn't have done it the second time. Hi, I'm Sifu Garry Hearfield. Welcome to Warrior Body Buddha Mind. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the my own personal hammer fist conditioning exercise. This is something that I've put together and I've done for many years, and it's a hybrid of all the arts that I knew at the time from all my different teachers, and I experimented, and this is my own hammer fist conditioning. Alright, so first thing you want to get is a few bags. This is very easy to make. You're going to use, for the first stage, rice, half rice and half sand. What that will do is form around your fist, around your hammer fist. Because of the rice is grainy, it can kind of shift a bit so your hand can go through. And what you need to do is, there's no time limit, right? You go to, I'm always doing it, but go off your body, how you feel. Work for, if anything, work at 108 days, right, for each stage. If you want to, up to you. I take no responsibilities if you hurt yourself doing this. All Warrior Body Buddha Mind, this is my own training. Okay, so half rice and half sand. And then you're going to go into rocks, small fish tank rocks, so really small, fine. And again, that will form to your fist formation and also come up to your forearm, which I'm going to be showing. So it's all part of it. And then the later stage, the next stage after that, is rocks around this size. You can get them from anywhere, home hardware and stuff like that. And lastly, a stone. So, first of all, let's start with the rice and sand. You're going to need a lot of tita gel, right? I use a soy sauce bottle. They're made for it. So you're going to rub it in. Go for all your pressure points, all your muscle groups, down each side of your bones of your fist, your fingers, your phalanges, your metacarpals, right? So you get in, pinch all your fingertips, right? Go up your forearms, and really pay attention to what you're doing. Look at first, have I got any injuries? Is there any soreness? Okay, because when you do your training, you need to always pay attention. Nothing else matters. What you put in is what you get out. So very basic. This is a very basic conditioning exercise, but I've used it for a long time, and I specialise, well, I try to specialise in the hammer fist. That's some that fist for me, I kind of get people 9 times out of 10 with it. It can be used for a lot of situations. So me, I like the hammer fist before using a phoenix eye or a palm. Okay, so you want to get your hammer fist bag around your belly button height, yeah? Because when you do sink into your front stance, you're going to lower yourself again. So therefore, I want to hit and then finish around my dantian. Okay, so if I was to really hit through, it would come down to here. Alright, so I shouldn't be already here at that level. People that do iron palm should be a little bit higher because you want to penetrate through. Okay, so again, it's not only teaching you to go through the technique, but also builds up the right muscle groups for doing hammer fist. Which is something that you should be doing outside of training and conditioning, working on your tricep and the muscles in your ribs. Okay, so if it's built into your system already, you should know about this. If not, start doing some training for the muscle groups that use that hammer fist. Alright, so you get your front stance. Now this can be adapted to any style or lifestyle, okay? This kind of, to me, it's like a chef, you know, always sharpen his knives, his tool. This is what I like to do, and this is what I train mostly in my conditioning, apart from everything else. But of course I specialise in this. This is something that I do with passion. Alright, so you're relaxed, put your hand on. Now, holding the fist, if you're using the normal regular fist, remember the thumb comes over the first two. If you're using a phoenix eye, again, it changes the shape of your hammer. Try that to this. This has now got a lot more padding compared to that. So systems like Yalgunlin, Butney, Bakfupai that use this, and the Southern Mantis, you'll see the hammer and the phoenix eye is already inbuilt. So it's a very effective technique, this hammer fist. Especially if you've got a knife, you can do reverse grip, you know, ice picking, stuff like that. So even just doing the techniques and training on the conditioning can be used by holding any weapon, a stick, okay? Anyway, so front stance. You've got your jowl on, you've massaged. You're going to go, first stage, 108 days, take your time, focusing on the technique, okay, relaxing, allowing the heaviness to go through, okay, it's not like this, right, it's relaxed and drop, okay, it's just nice and relaxed. Now a lot of so-called iron palm people that I know of, they go straight, they teach with just steel ball bearings. Okay, a little bit of controversy there on my behalf, because going straight to steel hasn't given you the progression in building up that pain threshold. Also the muscle groups of repetition, and you can't go hard on steel ball bearings if you're a beginner, so it's useless. So what, you're hitting something 10 times and that's enough, right? I'm hitting this 100 times or more, thousands of times, and I can still go, I can still fight, okay? Doesn't mean it's not as hard, because I'm throwing some heavy hits, okay? You can't throw heavy hits on steel ball bearings, so what, you know, it's pointless, right? So you need a progression. So half sand, half rice allows you, in the beginning it may feel hard, okay, but as you get through it, you'll start unloading big heavy strikes on it, and then when you can, and it's not hurting as much, you know, you're always using your jowl as well, and massaging, always looking after your hands. But if you haven't done that and you can't release power just on the basic bag and do a lot of it and full power or even 80% power, you're not ready for the next stage, okay? So it's pointless to do something, try and go to the end. The beginning stages are more important than the end, because you come back to the beginning to hone the technique, right? I'll show you that. It's really hot today. It's summer in Oz, so it's very hot. Alright, so what we're going to do is a straight vertical hammer fist down. Right? You can lift your arm up and allow it to come down, because you're opening up your shoulder gua, right? And you're not doing this. Right? I'm allowing it to rise and fall. See, like this? Right. So rise, fall. Right? So if you're a beginner, you couldn't do that power. Right? You can't do that on steel ball bearings or a steel plate. It's pointless. Right? Go back to your basics, start again. When you get to the rock, go back and start again. Right, so you start to say right hand, come straight down the center of your body. See how the elbow comes out and then drops and comes in. And put your hand on your rib and feel as when you hit that your ribs are closing. So when you hit through something and then you squeeze and drag, that's the point of this rib power, that when it hits it locks, and now we use extra force to squeeze through. Right, so you might see me just swing, but inside my ribs are squeezing. My body does that through it, but ever so slightly. Right, so you're going to do, you can start with your left hand or your right hand with your left leg forward, then switch it to your right after both sides. Up to you. Put your jowl on, start again if it's sore. If it's too red and it's bruised, stop. Okay, give it a day's break, get back to it. Remember, there's really no time limit. Conditioning is all about a lifetime practice. Alright, so half sand, half rice. Maybe do 108 each hand. And then you get to your bag of small rocks from the fish shop. Right, so aquarium will have these, or if you've got a place that's close that has all like rocks and stuff like that. And again, you'll start the same. Now you can do like this. Right, so that's rocks, small rocks. I had a rat that ate through my last bag of these ones, so I just made this one here today for you. So it's not going to be a very long video, but yet everything that I'm going to be showing you is important. So again, jowl on, massage, check your hands. Yeah, they're starting to get a little red. Okay, and in the beginning, just drop. Just drop softly. Right, and then build up that power and see how it's like this. Right? So I'm using this rise and fall. Like this, see? It's not just like that. Right? So you need to learn how to throw your hammer fist. Right? So the first thing is you're learning to condition. We're not just doing this, we're actually starting to put the power into it as if you're hitting something for real. Someone comes in, whack! Right? It's not. Right, you intent. Right, so get your stance. You need to put your fist on it, up to you. Right, and then slowly build up your power. Do 10, do 50, up to you. Go off your body, of course. And then you've got your larger bag of rocks. So stage 3 would be. And then get yourself a nice smooth rock. And again, you're going to start very, very light and then slowly build up. And I don't go too hard on the rock as well because your hand will give way eventually. So it's about tenderizing your hand, allowing the calcium to release from the bones and harden a little bit more. Okay, so that's the point of the progression. You go straight to steel ball bearings and you're doing it wrong and too hard, you're going to end up with injuries. That's my personal experience. Take it as a grain of salt. Right, so again, this time, again, just let it drop, and then ribs, 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 baby back ribs, ribs, ribs. Right, so again, and then going forward like this. Right, because now I can hit and drive through on the bridge, right? So you can play it even backwards, right? I go forward like this, and then back. So see how I kind of cut back. Sorry about the sound. Right, so you can practice with the 1-2. We call this in the burning palm, general beating the drum. Awesome method. Unbelievable method of how it's created. But this is very similar. And this is what I do for myself and also my students. So again, jowl, and you're going to just keep repeating. If that's too hard, what I do is I'll go right through the whole stages, hit this for a while, and then go back down and reverse it. Okay, so again, I'll just do this. So you got it. Right. You can have your hand up, or if you want to check your ribs or your posture and your stomach, if you want to stand like this and practice the Hamumpa boy with the shoulders in the back, that's up to you, right? As long as you're seeing that as a target to hit someone, and it's not just a bag. Now, when I hit sometimes, I also add in the forearm, right? And when you do hit people, you are eventually going to end up hitting your wrist bones here, okay, and that can injure you, also injure them. So building up along here is important. The roller bar, because there's pressure down. Again, if it's the grinding one we do, like this on the chairs, and we grind the bar on the bottom, this gives us the chunking. Right, so when I hit, just like this, right? But if I use this chum and I'm putting that pressure on the roller bar, right? I'm building those muscle groups to do that pressure down. So I'm pushing on something and I'm building those muscle groups up. And again, going from soft to hard and back to soft is the way to go. Progression is the key. Repetitions is your best friend. So 108, right leg now. If you want to put your hand like this, whatever you want, you can start making it shorter and working on those circles. Alright guys, so that is the Garry Hearfield's hammer fist training. Try it out. This is just the first beginning part of a vertical hammer. Alright guys, Merry Christmas. Go. Again.